Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're diving straight into one of the absolute most bizarre biological anomalies on the planet. If you love exploring the strange, wild boundaries of the natural world, buckle up. This is going to challenge literally everything you thought you knew about physics and the human body. So, can a human become a magnet? Just imagine that for a second. A living, breathing human being possessing a literal magnetic pole. Now, I know it sounds exactly like a comic book origin story, right? But the case we are uncovering today proves that reality is very often far stranger than fiction. Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1. Jamie Keaton, the human magnet. To the outside world, Jamie might seem like just a totally ordinary guy in America, but here's the catch. Objects inexplicably stick to his bare skin. And no, we aren't talking about sticky tape or some clever optical illusion here. Everyday items just seamlessly adhere to him, almost as if he were generating his own localized gravitational field. It completely and utterly baffles our standard understanding of how the body interacts with the physical world. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the comparison. Because think about it, a normal magnet, going by the strict laws of physics, only attracts metal, right? But Jamie absolutely shatters that rule. His body doesn't just attract metal, it actually uniquely attracts plastic as well. Plastic, a material that is entirely devoid of magnetic properties. So this completely upends what we think we know about magnetism, shifting the entire focus onto the totally bizarre capabilities of his own skin. Which brings us to Section 2, Science and the Can Head. So the obvious question here is, how exactly does plastic stick to a human? If it's not traditional magnetism, what invisible force is actually at play here? Well, to figure that out, we have to look really closely at the microscopic chemical environment on the surface of Jamie's skin. It all comes down to what scientists call a natural balance. See, Jamie possesses this incredibly rare physiological equilibrium that's highly concentrated in his skin, and specifically right around his head. Because of this state, his skin acts way less like a standard protective barrier and much more like a high-powered biological suction cup. You can really think of it as a biological recipe, and it requires two main ingredients: his sweat and some very special chemicals naturally produced by his body. When Jamie sweats, it mixes with these unique chemicals to create a perfect natural adhesive. It essentially forms a vacuum-like grip, allowing objects to just stick right onto him without falling off. It's basically a real-life superpower. And because of this absolutely astonishing chemical balance, plus his habit of just sticking metal and plastic beverage cans directly to his skull for fun, he has earned a pretty famous nickname. People have naturally come to call him Canhead. I mean, it's a highly memorable title for a guy whose biological makeup is quite literally 1 in a million. Ultimately, the story of Jamie Canhead Keaton is a fascinating reminder of how little we truly understand about the extremes of our own biology. It really leaves us wondering, what other hidden chemical potentials does the human body hold? If a specific mixture of sweat and chemicals can turn a man into a living suction cup, what undiscovered abilities might be lying completely dormant inside of you? Seriously, take a look at your own hands today and just wonder. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep questioning the incredible world around you.